Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me in this moment of conscious leadership, conscious business. Here, Iraya D. Thank you so much. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you. It's really very special to be here. It's a moment that I want to share with you, and it's my purpose. That's why I'm here. And today I want to speak to those of you who are ready, that feel and are ready and have something real to build. Yes, maybe a vision. Yes, a business, something that is not just for you, but it's of great value for others. Okay, this is why I'm here. And still, something is not moving the way it's supposed to, or it could move. Yes. And you may maybe doubt yourself. Maybe you think it's because you are lacking of ideas, of great ideas. Maybe you have that belief that you lack abilities. But let me tell you this. This is not because something is missing. It's really because there is a gap. Is a gap existing in this process of creation. Yes. The gap is between of what you see yourself, what you see yourself to be now, what you see yourself, what you see for yourself as in that vision. Yes, between what you want for your life and actually who are you being in your daily decisions. Who are you being in your daily decisions? You see, what you want and who you are may not be aligned. Yes. So this is the gap that we should be aware of. And this is where most of people really misunderstand business. Yes, you want to create, to build a business, but is not aligned with the core, with the inner foundation of that business, which is really in the consciousness of its leadership. Okay, so this gap, we should become aware of it. It's so important. Business owner, and I used to think also like that. Business owner, they always thinking they need a greater strategy, a clear plan, more structure. Yes. But I can tell you that this is not where everything begins. Not in the strategy, not in the clarity, not in the structure. And I want you really to don't get me wrong here. It's really very important too. It's really very important. It's really a very important part on the process of the creation of this vision of business. But it's not where everything begins. Yes, it's an important part, but it's not the beginning. Yes. So a business does not begin with a business plan. This is a mind-based business plan is already gaining, the vision gaining of that business is really gaining expression now. Yes. Here is already the mind putting it into a strategy, into a structure. This is a very important part of it, of course. Yes. But business, we must become aware of that inner foundation. And this begins with a vision, with a purpose, with identity. Yes? And identity, the most important. Yes, in which we are going to speak more further. Because you see, your business is not outside of you. It's not outside of you. Your business is a creative expression of who you are. Yes? It is an extension of how you think, of how you decide, of how you act, and what are you willing to embody consistently. So if you are still operating from a version of yourself that is shaped by your past experience, by hesitation, or even limitation, yes, then no matter how powerful, how great your business is, you will unconsciously slow it down. Yes, eventually even quit in the process of growth and development. And this is very much important to be aware of. You can have a clear vision and still act from an outdated self-image. That's where the friction actually comes from. Not from the vision itself, but from the misalignment. Okay? So let's go, let's move one level deeper. Yes? We should go more, we should let the surface. Yes? Let's go in the depth where everything happens. Yes? Most people are trying to build business as if they are creating something outside, from the outside. But that is not really what is happening. Look, nature. Yeah, observe nature. Yes, we just have to observe. I'm not saying here nothing new. Maybe different. I'm expressing maybe different, but I'm not saying something new. Yes, that you already don't know. Maybe you're not aware. Maybe you are aware. I'm here really to bring it a bit more depth in business to business owner. Yes. It's very much my intention to bring that in the process of creating a business. Yes, because there's so much essence that we forgot. Yes, there's so much essence, the core, that we forgot. And so what I'm I'm really expressing the truth is what is happening is that you are not creating a vision. Yes, you're not creating a vision. When you receive a vision, you are not creating. it. You actually are meeting the vision. Yes? You meet a future, you meet a vision, not by time, yes, but through alignment. Okay? Because a true vision is not something that sits really in the future. It's not ahead of you. It's not ahead of you. Be aware. Yes? It is already existing within you. It is available to you when you tap into that frequency. Okay? When you tap into that higher consciousness. But the point is, even if you tap into that frequency, into that future, but if you don't integrate it, yes, if you don't express it, yes, when you don't express it, there's, it don't land into your system, into your thinking, into your action. Yes. So it's not just important to think about, to make affirmations. It's not also only to look outside. It's really very complex, but it's really to go within the inner foundation. Yes, to be aware of it. To receive a vision is not just to think about, it's not just to write about. Yes, it's not just to make the decision. The decision is express it from the way you think, the way you feel, the way you see, the way you act. Yes, from a certain identity that is really designed to hold that vision. Yes, it's already existing in a field of intelligence. Yes, but it must be carried in alignment, in direction, every day. And this is where the real tension comes from. You can feel a vision very, very clear. You can see it in your mind. But the version of you that is currently operating, and I'm talking about your self-image, cannot hold it yet. It cannot. So it's not that the vision is too far away from you. It's not. It's within you. Is that the current self-image, it's not aligned with its frequency. Yes? That is so. Okay? And this is where identity comes in. This is where identity comes in. Identity is not your past. It's not what you have been. Identity is what you are ready today to embody now in alignment with your vision, you see? In other words, the future is nothing that you chase, but you express. It's not ahead of you. It's not chronological. Yes, the future is a level of consciousness that becomes real. And it becomes real when you aligned with it today, in the present in the present day, in this right moment. Okay? This is when it becomes visible. And from that alignment, which comes from a higher vision, a higher identity, when you align today through your words and deeds, yes, what happens is that your thinking changes, but not by doing one time, by being one time, yes, by choosing over and over one time. This is consistency, yes. Your thinking changes, your decisions change, the way you make decisions change, yes. Your actions, they become clear, not force, but coherent, yes. As I once told, you see, you can be aligned without being coherent, but you cannot be coherent if you are not aligned. So it's very important that you are aware of what is the self, what is the self-image, these which already exist within you, that eventually in your business is really in charge, or is that identity, yes, that identity of it's actually a new model, let's say, yes, it's a new model, but it's not that is not existing, it's just that is until a certain moment not you are not aware of it, yes. So I'm bringing light into it now so that you can see. So again, the problem is not strategy. The problem is trying to hold a vision with a self-image that was not designed for it. Yes. So I want to make something very clear here, because this is where everything really changes. Changes in your business, in your life, in your leadership, okay? There is a difference between self-image. Hallo. Um was geht es? Das geht I'm speaking now English, so I cannot really. If you want to know a bit more, you can connect with me. Otherwise, I am talking about self-image and identity. Actually, the foundation of business is not something that is external. Is about everything about what is internal. Who we are will be expressed through our decisions in our business, team, yes, service and products. So it's important that we return to the truth, yes, to what is very much for the evolution of who we are, but also of great value for our clients, yes, our people that connect us, that connect with us for a certain reason. And it's important to go in the depth, not always in that surface based, yes. So it's important that we gain more clarity and understand the difference between self-image and an identity. Okay? Oh, you're so amazing. Thank you. And if you don't see this clarity, as I was telling you, you will keep repeating the same patterns over and over and over and over. Yes? No matter how much you try to grow, no matter how much you want to expand, yes, your services and your products. Okay? Self-image is what you have learned about yourself, what you have repeated over time. Yes? What feels familiar and safe. This is a self-image. This is what builded the self-image that you hold within you about yourself, aware or unaware. Yes? It builds really from past experiences, roles that you have taken during your lifetime. Yes? And what you believe you are capable of. But it's just a belief. Yes? But it's true. It's real. And here is the truth. Self-image will always try to protect itself, even if it limits you. It will always try to keep you safe. Yes, it always try to keep you safe. It's not working against you. It's just the nature of self-image. Yes, it's effortlessly, but it's very limited. Yes, and you are of great potential. So when you hesitate, when you delay, when you overthink, that is not because you don't know what to do. I am sure you know what to do. It's because your self-image is really trying to keep you in what is familiar. Yes? It really wants to protect you from a belief that you are maybe not ready. You need to learn more, to read more, to wait for the right people to show you the way because they are greater, they're better. Yes. So there's a lot that we should be gaining in awareness. Yes. In the process. You see, identity here is very different. Identity is not what you have been and you know about yourself as today. It is what you are ready to embody. The system is still really not familiar with that part of you that is still not integrated in your system, but it's already existing and is ready to be expressed because it's that identity that can carry that vision of how you want to represent your business. Yes, it is so. It really comes from alignment. That identity, it starts to be shaped shaped when you align what you think, what you say, what you do each and every day in the direction of what you know you receive as great value for humanity. Yes. It really comes from awareness. Identity comes from awareness. It comes from the moment where something in you says, this is who I am. This is who I am. In that moment of awareness, in that moment of reflection, in that moment of reevaluating. Not just look outside, also look within, reflect. Yes. And this doesn't ask for, identity don't really ask permission. Yes. You don't ask permission from your past, from who you think you are today. Yes. You just choose what is right. Yes. So here's what happened. You have a vision and it's already available for you, because if you can see it in your mind, it's yours. Yes, it's yours. But your self-image cannot hold it. It cannot hold it. So there is tension. There is tension. You feel the pull forward. I'm sure you resonate with this. Yes, you feel the pull. At the same time, you feel a resistance. It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. Yes. This is what happens. This is not confusion. This is even not a lack of clarity. This is the moment where identity is really asking to be chosen. Yes. And this is a real decision. Here is where the decision really lays. Yes. When it comes to you, in the creation of your business, or in the creation of walking that path, because it's a path of evolution that you are in. Yes. Do you stay loyal to your self-image, or you choose your identity? You choose the identity, that traits, that value, that higher value, and you begin to act from it. Yes, even if it don't feels natural. It's just a feeling, but you must become aware of it. Yes, what is familiar, what is safe, and what is new. What is that knowing that this is for sure, from this place I have to decide, because this is it's right. It's right. It's in alignment. It is in alignment. Yes. Because the moment you choose identity, you will feel over and over. Yes. You will feel that your actions, they start to become clear. They start to become clear. Your decisions become faster. You decide quickly. You decide quickly. And the most great thing is that your energy becomes focused. And you see, it's not that everything is solved in the moment where you are in alignment, and when everything starts really to shift within this process. Yes. But because you are not longer divided. You become faster, not because you solve and everything is great, the results are there. It's just because now you are not more misaligned. You are not operating from what is familiar, but you are operating from a creative part of you. Is a gift that everyone received, but not everyone is aware. And if everyone is aware, yes, then the world looks for sure greater, isn't that so? If everyone is aware and everyone is walking it in alignment, in order, yes, in that natural order, then the world for sure is great. Yes. So now I really want this to stay not just as an understanding, but you see, it's important also that right now you can really use it for yourself, because this is where the power lays, especially in your business. Yes, you should apply it. So I would encourage you to think about one situation in your business right now where you feel stuck, delayed, or maybe you're not fully expressed. You're not fully expressed, yes? Yes. For example, showing up online. Yes. You would love to show more, but somehow there's something that is holding you back. Think about that situation. Or maybe making a decision, or increasing your prices, your services, the value of your services, or leading with more clarity. Yes. Think about that. And now I would love that you be honest to yourself. Yes, just to yourself. What are you actually doing in this situation? Yes. What are you doing in this situation? Are you hesitating, overthinking, waiting for the right moment to show up? Yes. What is the reason? Because you see, this is the self-image in action. This is the self-image in action. And you can really observe, just observe, and you will really see it, this part of you that is actually limited. It's a part of you that wants to be safe, it wants to be protected, but it don't allows you to develop. It don't allows you that great potential to be expressed, to be lived. Yes, it's of course a choice, but there is possibilities for you to recognize first and then decide in awareness, because you are free, you can decide. Yes. So that self-image is in action when you are hesitating, when you are overthinking. And now let's shift for a moment. Yes. Take the same situation, and now you ask yourself, if I already am the version of me who is fully aligned with my vision, who am I being? Ask yourself, who am I being? How would I express it? How would I express it? One thing is what you do, the other thing is you're observing. Yes, you are seeing your vision, and there is you in that vision. Yes, this is your voice. So who are you? Who are you? What is the version of you who is fully aligned, and how could you now express it? I could say, in other words, how would you think? How would you speak? How would you act? You see, you don't have to overthink when you don't receive answers. So you just first let go. Yes, but you keep on asking. Keep on asking while you align yourself. Yes, because you know already the answer, actually. Yes. So I would love that you feel the difference between what you are doing and what you just saw. Yes. The gap. The gap is not the problem. That is your identity. This gap is the identity calling you forward. Yes. What you want, you have to see if it's aligned with who you are being. And if not, you have to have a clear aware. I mean, a clear. You have to receive a clear instruction from within, not from what is present today, but from within. Yes, who am I in that vision? What are the skills, the traits, the abilities that I already possess that I now have to express? Yes. So now just make us this very much real. What would be now the first action today? Yes. Would be the first action that can really reflect that identity. If you would have to decide to give a step forward, yes, how could these words, this action could reflect that identity? And this is where conscious leadership really begins. It don't begins when everything just is clear, not just by clarity, yes, because clarity you gain in the process, yes. But when you act from alignment before it feels natural, yes, before it feels natural. What feels natural in this precise moment, where it feels familiar, you are talking about your self-image. We are talking then about self-image. Yes. So you have to really be aware and differentiate one from another. And then you decide in alignment. Okay. So in business, this is everything. Because you see, your clients, your team, your results, they don't respond. They don't respond to what you say you really want. They respond in how you show up, how you decide, what you tolerate. what you repeat. This is the core, the inner foundation of conscious business, conscious leadership. Yes. So, as a conclusion, I want really to tell you, for those who really want to create something that is of great value, remember one thing: you build a business by becoming with a higher level of self, with a higher level of being that is already existing within you. Yes. And then you choose to embody it consistently. The vision is not ahead of you. The vision is already here. When you receive it through your mind, you know it's here. It's available to you. Yes. And the only thing is the courage to meet that future. Yes, today. In alignment, it requires, of course, something important that only you can give. Yes, it requires something from you. It requires alignment, discipline, and the courage to act, as I said, from that identity before it feels natural. Okay? And this is conscious leadership. It's not perfect. You don't need to be perfect when you are embodying it. You don't need to be perfect, but it needs discipline. It needs consistency. It needs an intention, and the purpose it will carries the vision will carry you. It will carry you when it's eventually exhausted, when eventually it becomes when adversity, for example, shows up, which is great. Yes, you welcome adversity also. Yes, but this is important. This is the core. This is what makes the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, just for your information. Yes. Business is not growth based in what you want. It will grow based on who you are willing to be. Remember this. Based on who are you willing to be every single day. Every single day. Yes. Present, aligned, and in motion. Okay, so it is a pleasure always to be here with you all. It's really great. And this is what I know to be true, because I'm walking this path of growth and professional and personal development. Yes. And I cannot remember what is more great than this. Yes. So don't wait to feel ready. If you receive a vision of a business, an idea, a prosperous idea that is of great value, yes, don't wait to feel ready, because you are ready when you decide you are ready. Yes, it's a bit paradox here. Don't wait to feel confident. Yes, you choose from alignment, act from it, repeat it. Yes, and reality meets you there. This is the truth. So thank you so much. If you, of course, want to go deeper in this process of conscious business, conscious leadership, you are free to connect with me. You have all the links on the description box. And thank you so much for joining me here on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. It's always so great. So I will see you very soon. Now practice. Yes. You can see again the replay of this live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me. We see us very soon. God bless you. First here. Thank you. So here first. So go and follow me. TikTok, just in case. Thank you. Thank you.